to talk about defending ourselves against stick attacks or club attacks. Okay. One of the key things about, one of the things about any kind of an attack, a striking attack, whether it's a punch or a club, is the danger, the relative danger of closing the distance and being close, or trying to create distance and escaping. Right. So in our punch defenses, the worst possible thing to do is to put out your fist. The worst possible thing for me to do is to be right here in the process of trying to get away, right? Because I basically, so if a guy throws a haymaker punch and I'm in close here and I back off and that's it, I'm done. So we always have this calculation to make. Am I safer to move in to the attack and get inside the punch, or am I safe enough to get beyond it? Well, that principle even goes more so with the stick, right? Because this is the length of my weapon without a stick. This is the length of my weapon with a stick. So the distance I have to create to be safe from a stick is almost double what it is for a punch, right? The other thing is that in a stick attack, as the attack is coming, there's always going to be in addition to the arm coming through, there's always going to be the wrist action to accelerate the stick, okay? The further up that stick I am, when I get hit, the faster and the more inertia the weapon is going to have. So in other words, if I hit you here, it's only with the velocity of my arm. If I hit you here, it's coming with a much higher velocity and it's a lot more dangerous, okay? So in the stick fighting, just like in punches, you've got this problem in I have to figure out how to close this distance to be safe, okay? The good news with the stick is that it's not a stab. You have to worry about getting cut. So if you use certain types of blocks and the attack slips off of the block and the stick hits you, it's not going to be nearly as damaging as if a knife hand slides off you and cuts you, all right? So attacks can come in from a club attack. A lot of them are going to come in from the top. Some of them will come in from the side. And in cases where the guy misses, then you're going to have a lot of attacks that will come back at you in a backhanded direction. All right? So we have several different ways of defending against the attack coming straight down. Okay? So the most simple, and maybe for me the first choice that I would make, because it's very simple, very direct, is as it's coming down, I'm just going to do this one arm block here, but at the same time I'm going to attack the face. Alright? So I can basically hit the chin and just step right through the attack. So as he's coming down, down. To me, this is the kind of the very simplest, most basic thing to do. Here, it's close the distance. So if I miss, I'm going to hit with the arm. And it's a very simple technique for me to strike you with the palm. And chances are you're not going to be coming in with a punch and a club simultaneously. So I don't have to worry so much about that punch coming. Right? So one more time. Right? And if I can, I want to secure this club. All right? Instead of the palm here, you could basically put your fingers in the eyes. A separate technique, as I learned it, was basically a thumb right in the throat. Right? So basically, it's just this thumb right here in the trachea. And it's the same basic principle here. I'm going to strike here and step through. So that's very simple, very basic. If the guy has his arm fully extended when he's coming down, this technique will not work so well. But if you can catch the arm while it's still bent here, so you're coming in here, you're going to use a two-handed block. In this case, my left arm is going to be up. My right arm is going to the underneath here. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to come up, secure the wrist with both arms, so in this position here, and from here, I can take him down gently or I can take him down really hard. This is actually, you have to practice this one very carefully, because if you jerk this arm back too fast, then you can dislocate or break the shoulder completely. But again, so again, it's going to come in here, so back here. Okay, so the next technique is when he's coming down here, and I can catch it high with both arms crossed here. In this case, I'm going to reverse the arm block that I just had. So in this case, if he's coming at me right-handed, it's left over right. In this case, I'm going to come in right over left to block the punch here. Okay? From this position, I'm just going to secure this wrist here. I'm going to switch to a kind of what's traditionally called a martial arts horse stance, striker block. Alright? So as soon as he drops that head, I'm just going to wrap. We've seen this grip in other videos, and then I'm just going to drop on my right or my left knee. And I can take a step. So again, strike. And I've got the stick. Okay. You do have the option if you want to, when you make this high block. So when you do the stop, if you've got enough distance, if you want to, you do have the option of striking with the groin strike here before you drop to here. But the key thing here is groin strike, control this wrist, take control of this head, and I'm not muscling him at all here. All I'm doing is dropping to my knee, and that's doing all the work of the takedown. Okay? All right? Okay, cool. Okay. So the next two techniques, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the club to my outside. Okay? So if I see that club coming in here in slow motion, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically brush this hand. I'm not going to, all I have to do is kind of brush this away because you've got momentum here to guide it past me. And as I do that, I'm going to come in and I'm going to give you the groin shot. So just here, okay? So from here, if I get that groin shot, if I get a good groin shot, here, I can keep running. If I'm by myself, all I want to do is get away, and I've got lots of space I can run. Right? I don't have to disarm you. I don't have to take the stick away. If all I'm trying to do here is deflect this, make you pay for it, cause you not to chase me and run away, I can. All right? But I'm also in a very good position in that case here. If I get that groin, if I want to from this position, is just simply rotate my hips and come over the top of an elbow, right on the back of your head. Okay? All right? So here, strike the groin. It can be a punch, hammer, all the different groin strike techniques. From here, strike at the back of the elbow, strike at the knee, and take that. Okay? Okay? On any of the takedowns, I haven't really been doing it here, but as that hand is going down, if you can do it, what you want to do, because typically the guy's not holding the stick here. Right? He's always going to leave a little bit here. So on any of these techniques, as the guy's going down, if I can wrap my arm here over the top of the wrist, as I'm taking him down, the stick is just going to come right out. Because your weight, trying to hold that, the pressure against your thumb, at the very least I'm going to have this, but in most cases it's actually going to come completely out. Okay? In the case where the stick is coming in sideways, here, again, I have to make a choice. See, it's coming in sideways. Am I going to try to do this here, or do I feel safer closing the distance? All right? So if I want to close the distance, I'm going to block with one arm here. I'm going to strike here with the elbow or the forearm, and I'm going to wrap the arm here. So from here, I'm kicking in the groin with the knee. If he's further away, I can kick out his leg, or I can even do the groin kick. The key is here pushing away as I try to peel this club out of the groin. So one more time. Here, boom, here, strike, right here, groin, here. And now I've got this, I can even break his wrist here pretty easily if I want to. I simply pull this thing out. In the case where I step outside, the stick goes by me, right? Just like the knife. As soon as that stick is past me, is heading in that direction, I don't know if it's going to go this far before it comes back, or this far, or this far. So because I don't know that, as soon as that stick passes me, I need to close the distance here and get in on this arm here to try to put an end to this. Across here, and the motion is the same. I'm going to control the wrist, the forearm, and I'm going to strike the back of the arm, his triceps, with my forearm. So from here, the disarm is very similar to the one we just did on the clubs. From here, I'm going to strike the groin, wrap here, and it's the same thing. I'm going to drop him down. Very similar takedown. So let's do that from the other angle. Here. Strike. Okay, one more technique. If the stick is coming straight down and I want to pass it. So in the other case here, in the first case, I'm basically passing it with the left arm so that I can make the groin strike with my right. In this case, I'm going to pass it with the other opposite arm. And I'm not trying to block it here at all. I'm going to let the stick ride all the way to the ground if he wants to take it. So as he comes in pretty fast, just let the stick go all the way to the ground. Slow motion. So from here, what I want to do is secure the forearm here and strike here, or strike here with the elbow, depending on how far away he is. Strike, strike, and I'm going to just simply grab this wrist in the palm, and I'm just going to turn outward for a wrist pad. Okay? In our self-defense techniques, when we disarm with the knife, we don't practice stabbing the other person. That's sort of the tradition of Kempo where I came from. But when we disarm somebody with the club, we let them hit them with the club. Because it's not as lethal, right? Okay, so just kind of one per time. It's at the top here, down, secure, strike. Take it away. Bang. Okay. And one last defense with the clubs that we'll cover in this video. There are more, but this will be the end for today. And that's the case where somebody's going to take the stick in both hands and just do this. So this is kind of the riot police maneuver that you see a lot of times. And not that we're trying to tell you how to disarm a police officer, but if somebody's hitting you with a stick like this, they're using this to control you, push you away, right? So what you're going to do is, as this comes in, you kind of let them tap you in the wrist. You just let your hands fold over the stick here, and you throw a knee. At the same time, you're pulling back. So as he comes in, and just take it out. Okay, so again, and pull towards you. And again, if the guy's doing this, and you're just, so hold on to the stick, and I'm just trying to get into a wrestling match, it's not going to really work, okay? But if I'm not really grabbing the stick, number one, he's not expecting it to be pulled away, and he's certainly not expecting the knee to come in. So if he, from here, it's just this simple, I'm just going to hook it. So as I throw the knee, pull away. Again, real quick. Now, in this case, and a few other cases, some of the wall defenses that we haven't done, we have said that it's not a great idea, if you can avoid it, to do a groin kick where you're using the shin to hit the groin. We've said the safest way, strike with the ball of the foot. The problem with that is that there's always this, in some cases, this intermediate range where it's too far for a knee, but too close for the safer groins. So there are cases when, as sort of the last resort of groin attacks, you can use the shin. And this is a good case. Because you're in close, you're extending your arms here. You can't really get the groin kick in. I can't really effectively get the knee in. But if you're in this position here, and I do this, sorry, you okay? it's going to have more, it's going to work better for you. So one last time before we close the video. So again, he comes in. So go ahead and strike me with it. All right. Good, thanks. Okay. All right, thanks. So those are the first series of stick attacks that we teach our students. There are more, but for today, those are the basics that you have to know to survive somebody trying to hit you with a stick or a club.